Welcome to the Nerf Report. We have a great show lined up for you this week. We get your backlog ready as PlayStation, Xbox, and Google Stadia have all announced the lineup of free video games for the month of June. E3 is 2 weeks away and developers are already dropping huge announcements. And PlayStation has told investors that it has some big plans to grow their cloud gaming platform, PlayStation Now. All of this and much more on this week's episode of the Nerf Report.
Are you listening?
Welcome back to the Nerf Report. My name is Bryant. Thank you again so much for joining us this week, which has surprisingly had a ton of video game news to talk about. Like, it's interesting to me. You know, the closer we get to E3, it seems like everyone is trying to get their news out there before it gets too oversaturated. So in order to get you caught up on all the things you may have missed this week, here is our exclusive E3 coverage that we like to call Pre-3. First up this week, the fine folks over at Krafton announced that they are working on a brand new open-world Wild West shooter that takes place in the PUBG universe called Project Cowboy. Nintendo revealed that Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl will be releasing on the Nintendo Switch on November 19th, along with confirming that Pokemon Legends Arceus will be releasing on January 28th of 2022. FitXR unveiled the new high-intensity interval training studio, which is available right now. PlayStation showed off an extended look at Horizon Forbidden West, which looks absolutely insane. Sega announced 2 new Sonic video games, including a remastered version of Sonic Colors Ultimate and a new mainline 3D Sonic video game. Dying Light 2 received a brand new gameplay trailer, along with a new release date of December 7th. Supermassive held a deep dive into the upcoming House of Ashes gameplay, and Ubisoft closed out the week by revealing a new gameplay trailer for Far Cry 6, which gifted the internet with this extremely adorable wiener dog. Man, things are clearly starting to heat up. And with E3 being right around the corner, we are certainly about to get ready for some awesome news to drop here on the channel. So don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can get all of the Nerf Reports coverage for both Pre-3 and E3, which takes place between June 12th and June 15th. And from the world of E3, let's talk about free video games. The best type of free. Well, unless you're talking about cookies, money, maybe beer. You know what? Anything free is always a good thing. Well, this week, PlayStation, Stadia, and Xbox all announced their lineup of free video games coming to subscribers for the month of June. So let's talk about it in a reoccurring segment that we like to call the Backlog. June is finally here, which means we have a brand new month of free video games to talk about. And if you're a subscriber to PlayStation Plus, Stadia Pro, or Xbox Games with Gold for the month of June, here are the games getting added to your backlog. First up, let's talk about PlayStation. For the month of June, PlayStation 4 owners will get to play Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown and Star Wars Squadron. And PlayStation 5 owners, don't worry, we didn't forget about you. You will be receiving access to all of these games along with the new spy adventure game Operation Tango. Okay, Google, you're up next. For the month of June, Stadia Pro subscribers will be receiving the Legends of Heroes Trials of Cold Steel 3, MotoGP 20, Chronos Before the Ashes, and the platform dungeon crawler adventure game Blue Fire. And finally, let's talk about Xbox. For the month of June, Xbox owners will get to play the Kingsbird, Shadows Awakening, Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, and Injustice Gods Among Us. Well, for the month of June, these are the games getting added to your backlog. Which games are you looking forward to playing the most? Let us know in the comment section down below. And finally, for this week's show, let's talk about PlayStation Cloud Gaming, which are words that really don't get brought up very much. You know, typically in cloud gaming, it's Stadia this, xCloud this, Luna that, or GeForce put me in another waiting queue. But in many ways, PlayStation is one of the OG pioneers for cloud gaming. In fact, back in 2014, long before the names of Luna, Stadia, or xCloud were even uttered, Sony announced that they had acquired the cloud gaming platform Gaikai, which would later evolve into the current day service of PlayStation Now. And for the most part, PlayStation Now is a good cloud gaming platform. For $9.99 a month, users have access to over 800 PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 2 titles that they can stream or download to their consoles and PCs. And recently, I've been kind of using PlayStation Now to play games like Resistance 3, Pirates of the Caribbean, even Little Big Planet 3, and it works really well. But there definitely is some room for improvement. Like number one, when streaming in cloud mode on the PlayStation 5, it still requires a small install file to be installed on my hard drive, which in my eyes kind of eliminates one of the biggest benefits for cloud gaming, that you have zero need for a hard drive. And two, there really isn't any mobile support. I would love to see PlayStation Now add the ability to stream to Android and iOS devices without requiring me to use remote play. And probably the best sign for the platform is that PlayStation hasn't written it off, and they have some very big plans for the service coming in the near future. As during a recent corporate strategy meeting, Sony's president Kenichiro Yoshida referred to PlayStation Now as one of the company's key pillars to grow PlayStation from 160 million users to 1 billion users worldwide. Sony intends to continue investing in or partnering with external studios, in addition to investing in its in-house studios to enhance its software offering. Sony will aim to increase the engagement of users of the PlayStation Network as the Sony Group's largest direct-to-consumer service and community by strengthening the PlayStation Now cloud streaming game service. Which, as a fan of PlayStation, I mean, that is extremely exciting to hear, and it's going to be interesting to see what Sony does to invest in PlayStation Now. I mean, currently, PS Now is available in 19 countries. One sure way that Sony could hit 1 billion users is to expand the availability in certain regions. And perhaps the biggest country would be India, where 80% of gamers report that they play games on mobile, compared to 57% of gamers who play on console. PlayStation Now expanding to a country the size of India would be massive. But another benefit that I would love to see for PlayStation Now is the ability to play games that I purchase in the PlayStation Store on top of the PS Now library. Having the freedom to play new titles like Horizon Forbidden West or God of War 2 wherever and whenever I want would be a huge win for PlayStation. And with services like Stadia, Game Pass, Luna, and GeForce Now all investing into the future of cloud gaming, it's going to be extremely interesting to see where we're at in 3 to 5 years. Like, will there be a PlayStation 6? Will cloud gaming have advanced enough to eliminate the need of local hardware completely? I, for one, am really excited to see what this brave new world of cloud gaming is going to look like. Well, that's going to wrap up this week's episode of the Nerf Report. Thank you again so much for watching, and a special thank you to all of the Nerf Report best friends who make content just like this possible. Until next time, my name is Bryant Chappell, and this is the Nerf Report. Thanks for watching. Hey, thanks again for checking out our channel. If you like what you saw and you want to see more content just like it, which who wouldn't, hit the subscribe button right there. And while you're down there, hit the like button. Maybe even consider becoming a Nerf Report best friend, just like the people listed down below did. In fact, don't you want to see your name there? I know I do.